All right, so for a while now, I've been looking at Vaultek, and I've always admired their safes. They're really nice. They sell some nice gear. A little bit pricey, but you know what? I seen one in my local shop, and I finally decided to get one, and I'm glad I did. We're going to hop down the bench. We're going to take a look at this thing, and we're going to go over some of its use cases and how I'm running it. All right, so here's the Lifepod, biometric version 1.0. This is the original. This is the small one. They do have a 2.0, which is larger, but I didn't need a large one. For my use case scenario, this is going to be in my vehicle mainly. But the use cases, I'm not going to go over all the use cases for this. If you guys are here, you have an idea how you want to use it. But for me, my vehicle and also in the house somewhere, if I want to strategically place a firearm somewhere, this is a great option. But again, gun-free zones, you know, criminals never go to gun-free zones, so you got to have a place to lock up your firearm. Federal buildings, if you go to hotels, you travel, this is TSA approved. So there's just plenty of endless uses for this safe, but like I said, we're not going to get into that. So without further ado, this is used. I have been using it. I just want to show you guys how things come packaged. I always do that. So we're going to open it up as if I just got it. So we'll open this up. It was in the bag, but I just threw the bag over the top. Like I said, I've been using this, so we'll take the safe out for a minute, move that aside. You get a bunch of Vaultek literature. You get your 2-year warranty, which I still need to do that. And here's your Lifepod quick setup guide. That out of the way. You get a set of keys, and you also get this carry strap, tether strap, which I'll show you how this goes in there. And you also get the 24-inch security cable, the steel braided cable, which is in my vehicle. I'm not going to be able to show you that right now, but stay tuned because I do have some other stuff coming that I'm going to be doing, and you'll see plenty of that. But we'll get into that in a second. I do want to go over a few things on the box before we move the box out of the way. There's some good specs on the back that we can quickly go over. It holds a firearm up to 7 3/4 of an inch overall length. You have an internal lock to secure your Lifepod for additional security on top of the biometric and the little latch you got in there. The shell is drop tested. It's high impact polymer. It's slim profile housing, and it's very durable. It's got dual compression latches. You got your anti-picking feature in it, which nobody can pick the lock allegedly. So if you turn that key down there, you can't pick the lock, it blocks it. So a lot of people go online and they pry these open and put a screwdriver or a fork in there and hit the reset button. This takes care of that. Your biometric scanner, you got your capacitive keypad. It's got a rubber gasket. This thing is water resistant, airtight, dustproof, floats with a 2-pound load, submersible up to a foot for 30 minutes. So just some information real quick. We'll move the box out of the way, and we're going to bring the safe in. Still got the sticker on it. I haven't taken the sticker off it. Like I said, I have been using this, but I wanted to do a video on it because I'm pretty blown away with it. I like it, and I always like Vaultek stuff. They're a little pricey, and that's what really kept me away from it. But once I finally seen them in the gun shop, and I said, you know what, let me grab this one for now and see how it is. And you know what? I've had it for probably a couple weeks now, and I'm pretty impressed with it. I really like it. It's a great addition to have. In the front, like I said, there's the anti-picking thing. If you open this up, there's also a USB in there. So this runs on a 9-volt battery, which will last, they claim, a year. But if the battery does go dead, you'll just plug in a USB on there, micro USB, and it'll power it up so you can get in there. You have your dual compression latches, so we're going to open those. Hit the biometric, the lights light up, it just unlocked. And then inside of it, this will give you an idea of what the smallest one can carry. This is comparable to a J-frame. This is my Taurus 942 and my little North American Arms Pug. So these two fit in here comfortably. I've had other firearms in here. Fits my 1911 in there, fits. So, I mean, it can accommodate a decent amount of different size firearms will fit in it. Again, if you want something bigger, there's other ones out there. But for me, this is for my vehicle mainly, like I said, so I didn't need anything big. Here's that nice gasket to keep it weatherproof. Oh, you also get an extra foam. I didn't show you the foam in the box. You get another one of these foams, so if you want to do something else with it, that's fine. This is the tether. So the tether pops in there, pop it right out. Very simple, easy in and out. So whether or not you want to use this, I really have no use for this. I don't really see the use for this. It's for like a carry strap. But the steel cable that they give you does go in here. So if you want to take it in and out of the car or in and out of the vehicle, just pop that in there and pop it out. So that's that. Now also, you guys may worry about somebody stealing these things. It's polymer. You can cut it, break into it. I get all that. This is also 2 parts for me. one for the firearm, and number two, underneath this, keep a credit card, extra cash in the car, and I also put an air tag in this. So underneath there is cash, a credit card, and an air tag. So if this thing were to get stolen, you track it with an air tag. I mean, you know, the chances of that happening, I mean, if that does happen, you know, what are you going to do? You contact the police, you got the air tag, you should be able to track it down fairly quick. If not, you know, these things happen. At least it was secured, so there's no liability on you. There's no excuse for safety, guys. I mean, again, I know these are expensive. I hesitated to buy one, but, you know, for legal reasons and everything else, I'm not an attorney. I'm not going to give legal advice, but your firearm's got to be secured. That thing gets in the wrong hands, you know, you're looking at jail time, the whole bit, and it's just not worth it. So it's better to be safe. So buy as many safes and keep your firearms locked up at all times. It doesn't matter. You know, even if it's on you, somebody could take it off you. I mean, there's nothing you can do there, but barring that, these things need to be in a safe. They need to be secured so they don't fall into the wrong hands and then you're liable. So this is like one of the best possible things I can think of, especially for a vehicle. You know, there's times where you gotta keep it in your car for a minute. You got to go in somewhere, you got to do something, whatever. You can't have it on you. This is a great place. Again, strategically placed around the house. You want to throw a nice firearm in here, you know, put it in your dining room, your kitchen, your living room, a spot in the house where, you know, you can't get to your safe. You can't go upstairs. You can't go downstairs. You can't go out to the garage. These things are invaluable. I mean, you could stash them anywhere in the house. They're small, lightweight, very nice, very secure with the biometrics and also with that key lock. Just a nice unit. Let's take a look at the backside. Backside Vaultek. It's got the information on the back. TSA compliant, firearm safety device, California Department of Justice certified. And I'm sure in California, this thing will probably give you cancer. With everything else in California, it seems to give people cancer. So again, just a great little setup. Nice safe, perfect for one firearm. Perfect for two firearms, a knife, stuff underneath it, like I said. Closes up nicely. You'll hold the lock button and you'll hear it go. Now it's locked. This won't open. So in a situation where you want to use this as a get-to quick safe, leave the compression latches off. So this way here you can just biometric, you can pop it open, grab your firearm and go to work. So that's how I run it in the house. Then to lock it, you hold the lock button. It locks, now it's locked. So in the vehicle, obviously, compression straps will be on here. And the tether will be out here, the cable secured. And again, if somebody wanted to cut that and take off with it, the air tag's in there. I'm going to get an alert because whenever I'm away from my air tags for a certain distance, it tells me that you left it behind, and it's pretty good. The air tags work pretty good. If you don't have an Apple device and you don't want to use air tags, there's other things. There's Tile. There's a bunch of different things. But stick some kind of tracking device in it, especially if you're going to use this in a vehicle or a hotel, traveling, whatever, just so you know where the thing is, and your phone will, you know, keep tabs on it. It'll alert you if it's gone. But just very nice unit. Vaultek makes some pretty nice stuff. I'm pretty happy with this thing. Glad I finally popped on it. I do have, I'm going to let the cat out of the bag. I do have a much bigger one coming Monday, and we'll get into that once I get that loaded out and set up, and I'll show you that in the vehicle, and I'll show you this one in the vehicle. But just great stuff from Vaultek. I'm pretty happy with it. I'm actually glad I finally spent the money and got it. So again, hit that biometric, get the firearms out of the way. And yeah, it's got, you know, there's also they sell another cover for in here that holds credit cards and stuff like that. And I was thinking about getting that, but I'm like, you know what? I don't need that because I can just put all my stuff underneath this. There's another layer of foam here and then the bottom. So you could stash your stuff in between it so your stuff is protected. So there is another layer of foam here. So whatever valuables you want to put in there. And again, these don't need to be for guns only. If you want to stash your valuables, you know, whatever, you travel and you know, you need to put something valuable in there while you're at a hotel. I'd rather have this than use a hotel safe because I don't know who has access to a hotel safe. So great for travel. But yeah, this is just a quick look at the Vaultek. This is the biometric 1.0 version. All right, we're going to hop off for some final thoughts. All right, that was a look at the Vaultek Lifepod 1.0. That's going to do it for this video, guys. If you guys made it this far and you want to help support the channel and buy me a cup of coffee, the link is down below. Till then, we'll see you guys in the next one.